Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Europa Universalis IV. We are playing as Italy in the Emperor expansion. Alright, so to start today's episode, so we've built this transport fleet up, and there's a reason for that. We're going to be using them. We're going to actually go ahead and take them off the mothball. Same thing here with these guys. If they're still mothballed, it looks like they are currently not. I've already taken them off. So we should have them repairing soon. And so what we're going to do here, guys, one of the main things that is really limiting our expansion is aggressive expansion, of course. The AE is forcing us to be pretty slow with our expansion here in Europe. We just don't want to be fighting the constant coalitions for like no gain. You just fight these wars and you don't really get anything from it. So we want to avoid coalitions if we can. So what we're going to do is expand somewhere where people won't care. And that'll be, or at least our neighbors won't care. And I think that should be North Africa. And of course, North Africa, as I stated a couple of videos ago, this is one area I want to expand to. I think it makes sense for Italy, of course. In addition, we also already have claims here because of the Italian mission trees. I think it was the Italian one. I don't think it was the Milan one. I think we got it in the Italian mission tree. So we already have claims throughout much of this territory. So this is a great place for us to start, and of course they're going to be pretty easy as well. If you look at their troops, they have 7,000 troops, 19 ships. Most of those are probably light ships. They do have a ton of manpower though. I'm kind of thinking that they must have just got out of a war here. Yeah, it looks like they just got out of war here. Maybe they even lost that war, and that's the reason why they don't have any troops. So another good reason for us to get involved before they can build up again, though I assume they're probably building up right now. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and go to war with them. Before we do so, let's go ahead and spend some of our money that we have, because we got like 1,000 ducats right now. And just go ahead and build a few things. We probably won't spend it all, because, I mean, we can, you know, it would be good to have money sitting in the treasury. We're also going to build that fort here. And it's fine. We'll keep the money there. We do get these events that require us to pay like part of our, you know, annual income, a certain percentage. And because we earn so much money, those events often require us to pay like, you know, 500 something, 600 something ducats or whatever at this point. And so it probably would be good to keep some money in the treasury every once in a while. So now we just need to let our ships build up, rebuild, repair themselves. We will need ships for this, obviously, to be able to get across. And we did get 50 admin power, the Great Comet. All right, so that's a stark difference from typical where you lose them. Stability, which I think the reason why we got admin power instead of stability from that is because of the fact that we're at +3. So I think when many of these events now, before they give you stability, they'll give you admin if you're already at +3, which is pretty cool if they change that up. But what we're going to probably need to do is split this army up, because I bet there's not going to be any supply here, or enough supply in several of these regions. Maybe not. Maybe the supply is a lot higher than I thought it was. Yeah, looks like there's actually a lot more supply than I was thinking there would be here. I thought it would be like limited to maybe 20. There are maybe a couple provinces here out in the desert, as you'd expect to be pretty low. But yeah, with the coastal desert, we should be able to get the majority of our army over here without any issues. We might only send 20,000 since we have 10 transport ships. I have 2 shipments. So we will probably split this off a little bit. Maybe get rid of a few of the infantry, I think. Just get rid of a couple infantry units, and we could also put like get rid of one of the artillery, I suppose, as well. But just try and reduce this down to about 20,000, I think would be good. So let's go ahead and do that now. We also will get a new general too. So let's get rid of just a couple infantry. We'll do 3 infantry, and then two cannons. All right, so that'd be good. Let's go and select these guys, move them on over here, and we'll go ahead and get a commander here, although I guess we're not quite ready, so we'll go and wait. We'll get him at the last moment. And we'll bring the best general over there. We could also start the annexation process of Venice. Let's do this war first, and then maybe we'll do it after that. So it looks like it's going to be about maybe 2 more months before we're ready, somewhere around there, because I want to make sure these ships are ready to go out immediately when the war starts. Because obviously they do have a little bit of a fleet that we don't want to sink our light ships out there. And our heir has loose lips. Well, that's really unfortunate because he has such good stats. But again, the traits are not impacted by stats at all. As stupid as that is, it really should impact it, but it does not. So let's go ahead and merge these. We might split these up. because this is a very large fleet here, way more than is going to be necessary. So I might split that up once we do the initial battle. And we also have another one here, so we're going to move these guys over there. I think we are getting all these ships that we set up to build finished up. If you guys recall... Oh, okay. If you guys recall, we did build five new galleys. So it's going to get a commander. I think we are ready to go. Yeah, the ships are all repaired and we're ready to set sail. We'll go ahead and also pay our military. We're not paying them right now, so might as well. With that in mind, we could just go ahead and train all of our troops now. Can they all fit here? It looks like... Okay, I don't think these guys are getting their manpower back because, you know, we have the... we're not paying for our military, and that's the reason why they're not replenishing here. We should be able to put all these guys over here, so let's go move them over there. Over here, though, I think we did hit the cap. Oh, it's 25, so they should be able to go here now. So move them over there, and we'll just train them all since we have to pay for the military anyways. All right, so we're going to send these guys here, so let's go and get the transport ships over there now. We're going to bring our fleet out too. We also finished up this conversion, which is awesome. And we'll go ahead and put these guys over here so we can engage with these guys as soon as we declare war. We don't have to worry about the upcoming winter, of course, because we'll be fighting in the deserts. So that's not a problem. Let's go to get the leader. So we're going to recruit a general. I don't know if this will be who we appoint. Yes, it will be. He doesn't have the 2 siege that this guy does, but his other stats are pretty darn good. That's our best general easily, so that's who we'll bring. Though it would be nice to have the extra siege point, since that's mainly what we're going to be doing. Now, where are we going to attack first? Let's see, probably their capital. I think and that'll also likely be which claim we use. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and go after the capital there. All right, so let's go and attach the troops here. If I can remember how to do that. There we go. Excellent. And we'll only be able to attach 10,000 to them. And then we'll have to come back and get the other 10,000. We might want to do this battle first, actually, so that the transport ships aren't involved in that. I suppose we should do that. Yeah, I guess that is what we'll do first. Do the battle, and then... So we don't get any of these damaged. I mean, we probably wouldn't, but just in case. So let's actually send these guys back here. And then we'll redo this. And then we'll declare war. Alright, so let's go ahead and merge. Good God, couldn't get that guy selected. Let's go ahead and merge those, and then I think we are ready. Yep, the transport's back here. So we can also use automatic transport too, which is a nice little feature that they have, but whatever, it's fine. Let's go ahead and declare war. So we're going after their capital here. And they are going to bring them in, which they are over here, I believe. Yeah. So they're over there. We could bring Savoy in. I don't really think it's necessary to use the trust for that. I think we'll just do this by ourselves. So let's go ahead and declare war. As you can see, we vastly outnumber them. Even with just bringing one army of 20,000, we outnumber them. I'm surprised with just how much manpower they have, though. A lot of manpower. So they must not be able to pay for the military. That's what I'm assuming. They don't have the money to pay for it. All right, so we declared war. So we should end up engaging their fleet here, although they probably aren't going to. We might need to come over this way to make sure. We'll kind of take out any ships in the area first. This guy should be still out there protecting trade. We don't want any of those trade ships to go back in. I don't think that's necessary. We did finish up that battle. Did we not get a notification for it, or did I click through it? Might have just clicked right through it. Let's go ahead and... yeah, it seems like these guys are... Okay, they must be repairing. So they are still taking a bit of attrition over here, apparently. Unless those are the ones that were in that battle, which could end up being the case. But yeah, let's go ahead and get these guys attached. We want the general going with them. And then we're going to go ahead and send them off. And, oh shit, where'd our guys go? They came back over here. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But yeah, bring them back over here, and we did lose one of our generals. I did forget to actually do this up here, so I guess it's fine. Watch this guy be even better. No, he's not better. It's pretty hard to get better than that last guy we had. Let's go merge all these guys, get them drilling as well. Again, might as well drill them if we got to pay for them. Portugal is requesting military access. No. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our troops attacking the capital. When we take the capital, their ships will be pushed back out in the sea. We'll be able to get those destroyed. We could go ahead and engage their... I'll turn this down just a bit. We could go ahead and engage their army first rather than going after the forts, but they have such a small force and there's nothing really for them to do with their army other than attack us, and I'm really not worried about it much. And besides, we do still have to get the other 10,000 back here. That is taking a really long time to get over here. Do they have something that's stopping us? Yes, they do. They have coastal defenses. As you can see, the hostile disembarking time is plus 100%. Yeah, that's quite an impact. Now, given all it does is require your enemies to take longer to get over there. So I mean, it's not like it's a big deal. But yeah, I was surprised with just how long that was taking our troops to get there, and that is what was happening. Doesn't this cause like attrition too, though? If I'm not mistaken. No, I think it's the next level which results in attrition. Is it Rome that we have it? Yes. Hostile fleet attrition plus 5. So that's kind of a big deal. So we can get the admin one if we wanted to. And this would cost us, how much would it cost? $769. So it's not too bad of a price. Does it give us anything that'll help us now, though? Not really. We can get more manpower, I suppose. Okay, we'll just wait. We'll just wait to get it until it gets, I don't know, a little bit cheaper. Maybe after this year here. All right, so let's go ahead and attach these guys. I can never remember where the damn button is for this. And let's bring them on over here. I should have used the automatic transport, so those of you who are new to the game, you can see how that works. But essentially, you just turn it on. You turn your transport ships to be, they already have it on, to have automatic transportation on, and then you just like click your troops and then click where you want them to go, and then the transport ships will automatically come over here. They'll hop on them, they'll move over and disembark. That's a pretty smooth little feature. A newer feature, so I haven't used it much, but it's actually a pretty nice thing to have, honestly. So let's go ahead and see what we want to do here. Do we want to lose the prestige? Doesn't the prestige impact the foreign spy detection? It does, so you're going to get a decrease in it with prestige as well. We'll just do this. He's a relative after all. Oh, that's 20 years. That lasts a long time. We don't need to pay for all these damn fortifications, by the way. Let's go ahead and turn those off. No reason to pay for them. Again, I feel like it's just not worth it for the tradition that we get. It's just not worth it at all. And we don't have to worry about them attacking us. Now, regarding the transport ships, I'll tell you what, guys, I really don't like the transport ship feature, and I did forget I was going to split these guys. Let's go and get these troops off first, and then we're going to split them. And I don't really like that. I wish just like any ship, or maybe any large ship or whatever, maybe heavy ships too, could carry troops. I don't like having a bunch of ships sitting around whose sole purpose is only to carry troops around. And I really don't like that. Yeah, so these guys are now blockading here. It's interesting how they're not moving around as much. Like, they're still protecting trade, but yeah, they're not really moving. I lost some claims on the Swiss territory. Okay. Apparently those were limited claims that we had. I think we got that from the agenda. We have finished up the siege of Tunis, which is before we even get these other 10,000 here. And I might keep them detached. I'm not entirely sure yet how the best way to go about doing this is. Because we'd have to give a leader here, and we did push the ships out, so we're attacking those right now. That should be a fairly quick battle. And we did capture 2 of their ships. We actually destroyed all 8 of their ships, and we captured a galley, and we captured one of their light ships. Okay, I don't know how we are looking. Yeah, it does look like we're going to have to pay for one of those. How many light ships do we currently have? Because I feel like we have 17. Okay, not as quite as many as I thought. We actually have a lot of galleys right now. So let's go ahead and get those 2 ships detached, because I'm sure they're damaged and probably need to get upgraded. Yes, they do. So let's go ahead and take them out. If I can find them. Here's that one. And this one we can't just attach up here. We have to actually find it. It's a war galley down here at the bottom. So let's go ahead and take these 2 and send them over here to repair. And also, what is this? Oh, this is the light ship. What is he doing? He's hunting pirates. He's not set to go home. It seems like the ones that are hunting pirates, yeah, because he's hiding right now. Okay, so we need to change up the mission aggressive setting. That's the reason why. All right, I was wondering how that worked. Now I think that's it's here, mission settings. So nope, that's the repair. So we have them set to cautious. We can change them to bold so that they'll be more likely to stay out there. Because yeah, I don't think it's necessary for them to keep coming back in. So they should hopefully go out there. I guess we'll see. Still waiting for these troops to get over here. You know, they don't have many troops, so I guess we don't have to keep them together. We would have to hire another general, though. Let me just take a look and see if maybe we just want to pull one of the generals off. Well, they do need to drill a bit more. And that is getting us professionalism, so we'll just get another general if we can. Let me take a look and see if we have any spots open. We do. So yeah, we'll just get another one. And look at the damn money, guys. Good God. We've got so much money. So much money. Wasn't there something that we were waiting to do? No, we already did that. That was upgrading the upgrading this here, which we already did to a world port. All right, so we'll just see if there's anything to build here. I don't really want to be messing with this in the conflict. Plus, this is probably going to be a shorter episode, by the way, guys. I don't think I mentioned that. But yeah, this will likely be a shorter episode today. I just don't have a lot of time to record, unfortunately. We could do more shipyards so that we could continue to build. I guess we'll get one here. So we continue to build more ships. We'll get that. I'm not going to mess with this anymore right now. Let's just focus on the conflict. So we can get as much done in this episode before, unfortunately, it has to end. And that's right. We're going to put more troops on there. So we'll just have this one army here, though I don't know that these are equal. Let me just take a look. We want them to like have a good composition. It does look like they're about split equal. Yeah. All right. Excellent. So yeah, we'll just send these guys on their own. Send them over to this fort. And we're going to try and take as much as we possibly can. Aggressive expansion, again, should not be too bad. Why is Venice over here? Oh, yeah, they would have been called in the war, wouldn't they have? Okay. I don't know what they're all doing, but they should be helping us out. Now that we have these guys over here, let's give them a leader and see how good he is. And he's not bad. He only has the one siege. I almost want to give... I don't know how many more forts they have, but I almost want to give the higher siege leader here just so we can get this done. Let me see where their forts are. They might not have any more forts. It doesn't seem like they do. If I'm not mistaken here, I think that's the last fortification. So yeah, there's no reason to worry about it. We'll just give them this guy. And then from here, just start taking some of these provinces, start knocking them out. And then we're also going to split these. Well, we'll bring these guys back here for now. Or they can just hang out there, I guess. And then these guys, we're going to split them up now. It's not necessary to have such a large fleet here. I don't know how many ships they need. I guess we could take a look at that. How many ships they need to blockade here. Because you do have to have certain requirements on the blockading. Though I don't know where you find out how many ships are required. Because you can see we're at 100% here. Okay, I'm not entirely sure. We'll just split them in half, and I think that's fine. So we'll do like... leave that one in there and then just kind of pull out. Oop, I didn't want to pull that guy out. And just kind of give them like close to half of the ships or somewhere around there. Maybe get these guys up to 15 and these ones over to 14. And then just move them over here to blockade that area. It looks like this area is already blockaded because they are at war with Morocco too. Yes, looks like Morocco also declared war on them. Seems kind of like they did it at the same time as us, probably because they knew it was a opportune moment to do so. And of course, blockading does get us that money there as well, so that's a nice thing. Nice reason to do it. And so yeah, we'll get all their territory taken over. We'll actually increase this a bit because there's no reason for us to... there's no reason for it to be playing on speed 3. Because this is going to be a super easy conflict. I don't even know if there's going to be a single battle, actually. Wait a minute. Why can we not go here? Is there a fort that I was not aware of? Somewhere? I don't know why we can't go there. Oh, this fort is still blocking us because we haven't taken it yet. Okay. Could automatically transport over to it, as you guys can see how that works. We could just wait until this is finished. Well, this is going to take a little while. I guess we can go down this way instead. No, the fort's going to block everything. All right, well, what if we go this way, and then once this is taken, will that then allow us to move into other areas? I suppose we'll find out. Probably not. No, the fort has to be done. It has to be finished up here. Okay. So the Venetians should come take these provinces for us as soon as the fort's taken. Again, we could do automatic transport, but yeah, I don't see any reason to to do all that. This shouldn't take very long, hopefully. It is taking a little bit longer than I expected, though. Everything's taking a little bit longer in this conflict than I expected. And we got the exceptional year and national tax modifier of plus 50%. We're already earning 64 ducats per month. So just watch how high this is going to go. 74, Jesus. Earning really good money. We're just sitting on so much money. And I hate sitting on it and not doing anything with it, but I'm not entirely sure what to do with it besides get more buildings, that most of which aren't really that helpful for us. I mean, we could always get more manpower and stuff, but yeah, it's not, most of this stuff is not really stuff we need right now. I mean, we get more money. You can build stuff to get more money, which again, we don't need. So yeah, I mean, we're just kind of sitting on it. If you guys know anything that's something I'm forgetting, perhaps there might be something that you can spend money on that I'm not thinking of. I know that sitting on tons of money is always an issue in this game towards the end, but I thought there was something we could spend some damn money on. You know what? There is something here, I believe. Does this give us papal influence? This will gain us some, but we'd have to spend a stupid amount of money. Okay, so this would be a 1 yearly papal influence for 5 years. That is not much. That's 5 papal influence. Yeah. Why would you do that? 5 papal influence for 1,000 ducats? I mean, I know that the point is because it's voluntary and you're helping them out. But yeah, that's like ripoff. We're not going to do that, guys. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Yeah, it really doesn't feel like a good value. Maybe I'm reading that wrong, but yeah, that does not feel like a good value. We did get enough professionalism. Excellent. Also, regarding the problem with the where we keep getting the 8th cardinal, somebody stated that the maximum amount of cardinals you can have is 7, so maybe that's a bug. We keep getting the 8th one and they keep removing them because you can't have 8. It's a possibility. Sounds about right. So we've also got our professionalism up high enough where we can, I'm trying to look at professionals here, where we can do the, where we get the manpower from disbanding. So that's nice. If you disband a unit, you actually get some of that manpower back. So yeah, we're up at 60% here, getting these benefits that you see. So pretty damn good. Also, another thing I learned that I meant to bring up in the beginning of this episode, but I forgot. I was talking about this is in trade here, the strategic goods. As soon as I ended that episode, I looked this up on the wiki because I was really confused at how it was working because it just didn't seem to be very consistent. And the reason why is because you do get the market share at 20%. It's not at 15%, it's at 20%. But you don't lose it unless it drops below 15%. So that's the reason for the inconsistency, why like we were getting it, you know, somebody would be getting it at like 17, 18%, but we weren't. Because you don't, if you already got it, then you won't lose it. And of course the reason for that, and it's good design, is so that, you know, you don't hit 20% and then you get the bonus, and then, you know, the next month you immediately drop down to 19.8% and then you lose the bonus, and then you constantly see the bonus being granted and lost over and over and over again. So that's the reason for that. So we got to get to 20%. So thank you to the wiki. Several people mentioned it on the comments of the last episode as well. So we're at 18% for glass. So we're almost there. 17% for paper, so almost there as well, but those are the only ones. But 26% for wine, man. You're pumping out the wine. Almost got this siege done. It does suck that we weren't able to take any of these provinces here. That's a real shame because of the fact that, that's a wasteland, that these guys took it in their damn war. So we need to try and take as much as we can up along here before they come here. And one of our generals died, one of the ones that was drilling here. So let's go ahead and, I guess, get another one. And we are getting army professionalism from this. This is a siege, guys. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and have him drill. Just continue him drilling, getting that professionalism up. We're in a very good spot with the professionalism at 60%. That's not too shabby at all. So hopefully we should be able to get all these provinces taken before they get over here, especially if they come and try and help us take a province. And in fact, let's just keep on going with these guys. And we could also battle them, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and bring the whole fleet over there to do this battle when we take that province there. The Venetians are taking that island for us. So we're going to take that there. Let's go ahead and move. Oh, wait a minute. I seem to have moved my troops in the same location. Damn it. So we won't have that now. That's a real shame. We might have to wait until their war is over. I don't know. I guess we'll see how much land we can even get in the treaty. I suppose I'm all assuming that I'm going to be able to take everything I want, but that's probably not going to be the case. Let's just go and merge these guys. They won't have anything left to blockade when we're done with them. Because we now have reached Mamluk territory, and they are going to go out here and they'll let us get a little battle done real quick. And that's all we can do now, guys. That is all. What we'll do is we're going to move one army back home. And then we'll move them up here, I should say. And then we'll move the other army over to here so we can take it back just in case they go, they make peace. And there was actually a fort here. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. And there's a fortification right there. I missed it. So we did destroy all 10 of their ships. Pretty easy battle there. And those were transport ships, by the way. And, yeah, I mean, I guess we can help with the siege here. And it seems that there's already ships blockading there, though, so it's not going to have any effect. But yeah, it's just really that fort left to take. And that is all. And yeah, I guess I'll figure out what we're gonna get for all the buildings here. I'll probably do that, you know, off camera because I just want to get this plane here. I want to make sure that we can get as much from this peace treaty as possible, which is the reason why we're gonna wait till we take that fortification, because that will help us take some goodies. Beloved heir dies. Oh no! Oh no, man! Are you fucking kidding me? We had a fantastic heir, 17 years old. I mean, not fantastic, but above average. One of the best heirs we've had so far outside of Katarina, was that her name? She was our best ruler. Somebody actually wanted me to take a look at the rulers. We can do that real quick. It won't take but a second, or a few seconds, I suppose. Because I think it's in country, if I'm not mistaken. There's a one where you can see all of your past rulers. Somebody asked me about this. Oh, wait a minute, this is like all the past rulers. That's not what I wanted to see at all. I wanted to see our rulers. Here we go, previous rulers. So these are all the previous rulers. They are sorted by something, I assume. It didn't seem like it was. Here we go. We want to sort them by when they ruled. So these are all our past rulers, guys. And of course that goes all the way back to 1395 because the history files in EU4 do go back to 1395 because they brought them over from EU3, which started in 1399, I think, is when EU3 started. So they have all the history files for them, even though you don't start the game until 1440 something, 44, I believe. So yeah, I think Katarina was definitely the best. Ludovico was pretty good too. I don't remember him being that good. Did we get? Yeah, he was the one in charge during the Republic. That's what happened. So Ludovico was getting the +1 for each election. So he was actually much worse than this originally. And then, of course, we had Francesco as well, which Francesco was, in fact, our best one. So Francesco, which we got through event, was our best one, and then Katarina was the second best. So for whoever wanted to look at that, there you go. But yeah, unfortunately, our heir has died. All we can do is hope that we get another one. Now, we would get this one here in the arms of a maid, I find solace. You know, so we'll get a bastard that I guess we're legitimizing. So they'll have a weak claim. We don't want that, even if he is pretty decent. Yeah, he's pretty good. Better than our current guy, our current heir. But yeah, we'll just do this one. And we actually get a church in Padova. Do we not have a church in Padova? Apparently not, probably because it wasn't going to earn us much. But yeah, that's free. So yeah, the reason why I don't get it when it's not worth much is it takes like, you know, 100 something years to pay itself off. I don't know, you'd have to do the math. It's a lot. Probably more than 100 years actually when it's so low, just to pay for itself. We're almost at maximum admin power, so we should probably spend that. I was waiting to the end of the year, but can we make it to the end of the year? We cannot. So we'll spend just a little bit here to get. I almost want to get Milan developed a bit more, but of course that's probably not the best way to do it. But I am trying to get more buildings here. We do actually have some building slots here, so we could get something we don't have, which it looks like we have all the buildings with the exception of the regimental camp. So we don't really need to do that. I suppose we could do somewhere that's like close to getting their next building. Yeah, like right here in Genoa. That would be a good place. Yeah, we'll do Genoa. Why not? So we'll do it right there, and they're pretty close to getting a new building. Importing naval supplies. So either 60 diplomatic power or mercantilism. We'll do the mercantilism. That'll help us with the trade. Another thing that has been brought up is the fortifications. A lot of people talking about the fortifications and where we have them located, and discussing moving them and not having certain fortifications. One thing I'd like to mention that should be considered, and I guess I can let this play because nothing's really happening at this moment. We did get a new heir. That happened pretty quick. We will call him Ferdinando. Yeah, we'll call him Ferdinando. And he is 5 Diplo, so very good Diplo, which of course is the most garbage stat. But, it's better than nothing. This guy is above average, slightly above average. 3 military, that's average and below average Diplo, or admin, unfortunately. Which is probably one of the more important ones. So we also had the exceptional year expire, which was, again, we're just sitting on so much money. Again, I'll spend some of that in between episodes, since I should have a little bit of time to do that before we record the next one. I'm trying to get as much recorded here as we can. We can go and see what we can get here. I was kind of waiting until that fort's done. Oh, it's almost done. We'll just finish waiting. But looks like you already got it done. Okay. Well, I'm going to say what I was going to say about forts real quick. So one thing to consider when it comes to fortifications is not just the area that they're controlling, is also the development. That's the reason why I have one here in Florence. Is one of our higher developed provinces. Same thing with Genoa. It's really just because the development. I don't want an enemy to be able to march into here. Which again, once we don't have to worry about the south anymore, which I suppose we'll always have problems with Spain until we take Sicily. Because I don't expect to have too many problems with naval invasion since we have the stronger fleet here. So really it's just the Spanish and Sicily and Naples that we have to worry about the south. Once we are finished up in the south, then we don't really need to worry about them getting through our forts along here. They'd have to take those first. So that's one thing to consider. But for right now, I'm just trying to protect the high development provinces, guys, because I don't want them to take these provinces, because remember, they take it in 30 days. That's all it takes. And if it's a rebel, for instance, they can cause you some serious issues if a rebel takes your province. And it's only 30 days. That's not enough time to get troops over there to stop them sometimes. So then you have like a high development province that's getting the penalties that the rebels have imposed on it, or the devastation that an enemy army has imposed on it. So that's the reason why I have the forts built in the higher development provinces like Rome and Florence. So that's one thing to consider when you consider fort placement. Again, though, if it's not under threat of being attacked, then you just got to worry about the rebels. But yeah, I suppose you always know when rebellions are going to happen for the most part in this game, with the exception of events. So let's just take as much as we can. I don't think we'll get a whole lot of aggressive expansion with most of these other countries, though we will face it with some countries. You see Naples and Switzerland. But again, most of these I'm not too worried about. We're gonna just see how much we can get here. They would be willing to give us all that. We would see the Ottomans join. That would be a problem. The Ottomans are pretty powerful. What if we took more? Of course, we wouldn't be able to get this much right here just yet. I'm just trying to see who all would be willing to join. It looks like we're not going to face too much risk here in Europe, luckily. But yeah, I feel like that's probably a bit much. I think we're just going to take these 4 here, and we'll just have to take the risk of the Ottomans joining. It is what it is. So let's see what else we might want to do here. See if there's any other good choices. Obviously, war reparations is always nice to do. And then we can go and try and get a bit of money. And they're not really willing to improve much. But yeah, this is what we're going to do here. Let's go and send the demand off. We could have waited till longer. Kept the war going longer, but yeah, I don't see any reason to have kept it going any longer. Alright, so let's go and bring our troops back here. And we'll probably just leave the whole 20,000 here, since we know that we're probably going to continue expanding in this area. Might attack the Mamluks next, although they're a lot more powerful, so it'll be a little bit more challenging conflict. But that'd be one option, and to get like Benghazi, just trying to take some of this territory in Libya to eventually have the whole North African coast from here to here. So let's go ahead and start coring this territory. We got all that admin power, and also let me first go ahead and spend this, since I did want to do that. Go ahead and spend this just to make sure that we stay ahead of tech with. Keep that innovativeness up high and getting the nice bonuses there with the production efficiency and the corruption. It's nice to have. So I don't want to spend all our admin power on this, though it might not all be spent anyway. Oh, we can't even core this until we've cored some closer territory. Okay. We also have that, okay, that unit that's exiled, that's fine. And of course the Mamluks did enter that coalition. We'll likely see a coalition war, unfortunately, but it shouldn't be too bad, and it should mostly be against Muslims. I'm a little worried about the Ottomans, I gotta admit. They're pretty powerful, so that could be a problem. And Naples is throwing insults our way. Okay. If you feel safe doing so, man. So I think we'll go ahead and move the 5,000 here, just because, and let's go ahead and get them using the automatic transport so I can show you guys how it works. See? We just click on it and then it does everything for us. So it's actually pretty handy to have, pretty easy to use. And we did repair these. We do need to upgrade the galley, so we'll go ahead and do that. The light ship, let's go ahead and break him off. And then have him, I don't know, protect trade somewhere, I suppose. See where the best location to do this would be. It looks like it's still going to be in Alexandria. So go ahead and have him do that there. And I suppose we can go ahead and mothball our ships again. Put them back in Genoa. And merge them with this one and then just mothball them. Our army is not so grand. Oh no. This will just make them cost more for 5 years. It's not that big of a deal. The cost that you pay to recruit troops does impact the cost that you pay for maintenance. The maintenance is actually based on your cost. So that's always one thing to consider. Whenever you're getting like a cost reduction or cost being increased, is that will impact your total maintenance cost. The transport ships, we can go ahead and bring them back over to Rome and mothball them again. And what are these guys doing here? We just built those. Okay. Let's bring them over this way. And the Ottomans did join that coalition, unfortunately. But we kind of knew that was going to happen. I was trying to avoid coalitions by coming over here, and instead we got coalitions with the Muslims. Now, I did take a lot of territory as far as development goes. They actually have quite a bit of development over here, a little bit more than I was thinking they would have, you know, in the 20s here. I expected the capital to be at 20-something, but I didn't expect other provinces to be so high. So yeah, we actually got quite a bit over here. It's just as far as like goods, trade goods, since that's kind of important to us. We didn't really get much of anything. Cloth, I suppose, helps. The grain doesn't help much, though the sugar, that's something new. So that's interesting. We'll have to take a look and see how that impacts it a little bit later once we court all this territory. So what do we have here? So we can gain a level 3 trader. Then of course we'd be in debt. Or we can do this one. And I don't remember what they asked from us last time. I remember we had this event once before. And I don't remember what they asked or if it was a bad deal or whatever. So we might already have a cheap one. Because this guy seems... Oh, because he's the only level 2. I got it. That's why he's so cheap. Yeah, sure. Why not? We can always use more Diplo power because we can use it for development. So sure. Let's go ahead and do this. Last time I don't remember it being too bad. So we want the level 3 guy that's cheaper. All right, so it's this guy here. He's 33 years old, so he'll probably serve us for a long time. So cannot promote him though. That's interesting. Is that not the guy? I could have swore that he was of, well, he's Catholic. Maybe he wasn't of our culture because I think it is entirely based off of where your wife is from. Oh, she's Lombard as well. Okay. But yeah, maybe it's based off that modifier, like where her family's from, though. She really should be the religion of her family, you'd think. Or excuse me, the culture of her family. So we could go in and get the Diplotech knocked out. How close are we to the end of the year? We're pretty damn close. We'll just wait. I'll just wait and get it cheaper. Is there anything else I need to do here? I suppose we can go and drill these guys. And maybe stop drilling these ones if it's unnecessary. We can get it a little bit higher. Yeah, we'll let it go and continue. Get it up to 100. Might as well. It's not like we don't have the money to pay for our army. We're sitting on that. Just a ton of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Yeah, and I'll spend it here at the end of the episode because I just kind of want to make some progress here. Switzerland did join that coalition. We might need to build a 4th army. Maybe that's what we'll do here. Whoop, here we go. Never mind. Looks like the war has started. So the Spanish, again, refused to join this coalition war. The Spanish have never supported us in any of our wars yet. They haven't supported any of our offensive conflicts, none of our defensive conflicts, and I'm kind of sick of it. I don't know that we'll ally them again. Plus, I want Sicily, so I'm kind of sick of the Spanish, excuse me. So yeah, we might find ourselves fighting those guys. So just looking at the coalition, who all we're fighting, who all has supported us. So of course we got Austria and their vassal Burgundy. We've got our vassal Venice, and then Savoy has supported us as well. They've been incredibly loyal to us. And then this is who we're fighting against. Main threats, of course, going to be Mamluks and the Ottomans. And I do think we'll likely try and take their territory here. Now, I am a little bit worried about our fleets here. We do not control the seas yet, so we need to get these guys running home. All of our trade ships should run home. I don't know if those are the only ones we have. It's 10 and 5. I don't think so. I want to say there's another one somewhere. Let's go and move him in. And I want to say that is all. I wonder why these two haven't merged. That's interesting. So these guys, I forgot to mothbomb. We'll go ahead and do that. I don't know that we'll be able to march across this territory. Probably not. Yeah, we will need to have those fleets then. So let's not mothbomb. Let's send them over here. They should be able to make it there before the other fleets come over here. We do need to unmothball our fleet. 32 galleys. I do believe that, well, you know what? I don't know, because they do have some large fleets here. Let's take a look and see how many ships they got. 66 ships for the Ottomans. Just in comparison, we have 58. Now, the AI does typically have a lot more light ships, so, oh, good God. Yeah, this is going to be rough. We could try and look exactly at the navies of our enemies to see how many like galleys they have. Obviously we have the largest galley fleet in the world with the exception of the Danish. I guess we're tied with the Swedish. The Ottomans have 30 galley ships. The Mamluks have 16. And then they also both have heavy ships too. So I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to do this. There's 14 ships from the Austrians. Savoy has 14 ships, and then Venetians have 17 ships, maybe a bit more than that actually. 28 ships. I don't know, guys. I really don't know that we'll be able to win this, but we're gonna try. We should probably have gotten an admiral, just because that would be useful to have. However, we are at the cap, so we'd have to get rid of one of the generals, I think, because I want to say we are sitting at the cap here. We're not even using all of them actually, so we could dismiss one of them. We can see their age here and see who's most likely to die. Looks like this one that we're not using is the one that's most likely to die. He is not the worst one. Technically, he's better than this guy here. Yeah, he's actually quite a bit better than this guy here. Yeah, we won't use a admiral. It's fine. I mean, I do want to win the naval battle. You know what? Actually, if we take a little hit on the military power, that probably won't impact us that much. Yeah, it's fine. Because we will take a hit on the military power. We'll be losing 1 per month because of the fact that we're using more than we have. And he's actually pretty good. I mean, he's decent anyway. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll get these guys repaired up. Luckily, they hadn't finished mothballing, so they don't have that much damage to him. So that's what we need to do in the sea. Here on land, let's see how we want to go about doing this, where we need to fight. So we've got the Swiss here. We should probably just take a look at the diplomatic map. So the Ottomans are likely to come across land here. That's going to cause us some problems. Yeah, they'll come up this way, but they might attack the Austrians first. The Austrians should be able to deal with them and get them conquered. So it's probably just going to be Genoa and the Swiss for right now. All right, so we might need to move these guys out of here because I think they would get defeated. I don't know, because our morale is so low. That's what I'm worried about here. I guess we'll keep them there. Let's go and move these guys up. And let's just hope they don't attack us. They probably wouldn't just because they're vastly outnumbered. And we did lose our ships, unfortunately. And I was kind of worried they wouldn't get back home. Okay, that's a shame. Well, we actually sunk one of their galleys. Okay. All right, so they're moving over that way. Oops. And the burghers request privileges. Again, one of these events that isn't tied to the actual privilege system. It's kind of strange that they didn't choose to do that. And no matter what we do, we're going to have to lose power So the question really is, who do we want to lose loyalty? We'd only get the penalty if the burghers lose loyalty. We'll just use the admin power. It's fine. We did just get that admin tech, so. And we did lose all of our light ships here. They're just not getting home quick enough. That's kind of one of the bummers here. Having these guys have to go all the way back up here. Yeah, it's a real shame. We need to get this fleet out there as soon as possible. This guy is going to run. We don't want to attack him just yet because our morale is still at 0. So we're going to have to wait before we do any actual attacks. We'll just wait a month at least to get that morale back up. We should be able to attack here without any issues. These guys ready to go out? Not yet. Let me just see where the Ottomans are going and see if they're going to bring troops over here. I assume both the Mamluks and the Ottomans are going to attempt to bring troops, which is why having these forts is actually going to be good. So I don't know why. Some people thought we didn't have to worry about naval invasions at all, but we didn't consider the fact that, while the Spain's one threat, that's just one. There is the threats over here. These guys have a nice sized navy, and the Hungarians have blockaded us. Embargoed us? Are we embargoing our rivals? I don't think so. I think there's one rival we're not embargoing. So maybe it's because we had a peace treaty with them. I don't know which one that is. So let's just take a look, and that is in here, and see which rival we're not embargoing. The Hungarians. I'm guessing because we had the treaty with them after. Yeah, I assume that's what it was. So let's go ahead and embargo them since they have embargoed us. And of course, that's going to give us some nice bonuses on the power projection. We're trying to get up to 50 again. Looks like Savoy has already attacked here. I don't know if they'll give us possession of it. I suppose we'll see. What we could do is instead go ahead and attack these guys here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We're going to wipe those 6,000 troops out real quick. And then we'll probably want to go ahead and attack the fort here. Or we could just quickly take out the Swiss troops. Yeah, I suppose that would be the best way to do this. Attack the Swiss troops here. And then we'll start taking their fort. Let's see if we get a river penalty from attacking in this location. No. If we attack from here, we will not get a river penalty. We do have to end the episode here, unfortunately, guys. I actually recorded several minutes longer than I planned to. But yeah, we'll continue this coalition war next episode. I am kind of concerned about the naval situation. I don't know that we'll be able to win here. We'll see, guys. We'll see if we can get control of the seas. If we lose our fleet, it's not a big deal. It's not like we're not swimming in money right now where we can just rebuild it. It does take time, of course, though. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.